معبد الإمام محمد بن سعود الذي استند على إرث أسرته العريق الممتد في عمق الجزيرة العربية منذ تأسيس دولة بني حنيفة في اليمن، فتمكن من تحقيق الاستقرار واتفق مع القبائل المحيطة وأقرب طرق الحج والتجارة.
Yes, Diriyah was all the city back then. Now they have more than one neighborhood. There is Al-Tarif, Al-Bujiri, Samhan, and so on.
Oh, okay.
No one lives here.
وقام الإمام محمد بن سعود بنشر الأمن وتحقيق الوحدة ورعاية مصالح الناس، وساهمت المبادئ التي قامت عليها الدولة في تشجيع العديد من المناطق
جيد.
بظلة الدولة الفتية.
We can see this letter. Yes, it will start in English after you go down. So now it's only in Arabic, so no sense of yeah. Let's go. Yes. Yeah, no worries. It starts every hour, so at 9 it will start every hour. We will go to the ruling Selva Towns. Al-Tarif Mosque was one of the most important mosques back then and one of the largest mosques. It was enough for more than 2,500 persons to pray.
Wow, it's big.
Yeah.
I know.
Here you can see one of the wall of
It's like a jail cell.
This wall can show us something very important, the difference between the renovated part of the wall and the original part of the wall. Which one do you think is renovated and which one is the original?
The center is original.
So this part is original and that with the mud bricks well seated is the renovated. Also these triangles are actually called in Arabic al-luhuj. Al-luhuj, and they are for ventilation of air, for the sunlight, and also for privacy. So yeah, yes. So actually, either privacy or they can shoot from them. So yeah,
Is this made of clay?
yeah, everything made from mud bricks.
Mud bricks.
Yeah, and the mud bricks is a mixture of many things, from which is mud and straw and so on.
Straw.
Yeah.
Oh.
On this side, the right side is Al-Tarif Mosque. The remaining mosque, this is the remains of the mosque. On this side, we will enter the new museum. It's built inside of the 7th unit of Selva. This in front of us is the family tree of Al-Saud.
And the horse, Arabic horse.
Yes, it starts with the first name here. Prince Mana al-Ghaidi, the founder of Diriyah that we mentioned earlier. First name, 1446, foundation of Diriyah. Imam Muhammad bin Saud, establishment of the first Saudi state. And then it goes on all the way up, but it's empty for quite a reason. This museum is a timeline museum. We will go upon timeline of all the events until we arrive to the end of the museum, where we'll see all the family tree filled with all the members of the family. Can you guess how many numbers there are? Yeah, in thousand, but how many thousands?
5,000.
Ooh, very close.
6,000.
Higher?
Higher of 1,000, so 7,000.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. Circle so we can all fit in. So from this side we can see images of Wadi Hanifa, the main source of water back then. You can see here Wadi Hanifa and how green it was before. Very important. Why was it important? Well, why did they choose Diriyah to start the first Saudi state from? Because it was very green and it had the main source of water, but also it was in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula. So very strategic place, lots of caravans passed by it. Wadi Hanifa was called Wadi Hanifa after the tribe Banu Hanifa. Before that, it was called Wadi al-Irq. From the other side, we will see Al-Quran handwritten 300 years ago.
Wow.
Is it the same thing to say that it's called oasis? Like they call it oasis?
No, not
No.
the same.
No.
Oasis is like circumnated. So the first book here is Al-Quran, handwritten 300 years ago, and writing tools, other religious books. If you pay attention to the book in the middle, there's something in particularly different. Did you see it?
That is
Something the red written, handwriting.
different language?
The decoration.
Decoration.
Yes. So the arts. You see, in the first Saudi state, the expansion was great, but not only. It was the education level, which was very high. But beyond that, they would actually decorate their books with gold water, saffron water, or any other element from nature. Nobody would reach that level unless they have the basic life needs supported. That book proves that. So they developed, they educated, and they were really, really nourished. From this side, we can see Imam Muhammad bin Saud, the establisher of the first Saudi state, 1727. After Imam Muhammad ruled his son Imam Abdul Aziz. In the era of Imam Abdul Aziz, we will see he ruled about 40 years. And from that side, we will see the map, how great and how big first Saudi state was. From this slide, you can see how great the expansion, how it extended in the era of Imam Abdul Aziz. Such an elder. In his era, he actually was fine. He built a trade, education. Also, he reformed a court and then he built a bank. But not only Imam Abdul Aziz, in his area, you can see lots of regions that were part of the first dynasty. Very important region was the part of it. You know what is it? Here. This is the Red Sea. Al-Hijaz region. So Al-Hijaz region wasn't yet part of the first Saudi state. Why was that? Well, Al-Hijaz was ruled by the Ashraf. The Ashraf were in accordance with the Ottomans. So here it wasn't yet part of the first Saudi state. Imam Abdul Aziz after his death came his son Imam Saud the Grand. So we will go from this side and we will see more about him. So you can see the greatest expansion until nowadays here on this map, even clearer. Imam Saud took Al-Hijaz as part of the first one. But that move was a threatening move for the Ottomans. They tried to attack multiple times, but it wasn't succeeded. Imam Saud was able to defeat that. Imam Saud decided to send a letter of constitution describing to the Ottomans how he's going to rule First Saudi states upon Quran, Kitab, and Sunnah. And this was the letter, and he actually stamped it with the 4 stamps in Islam. 4 stamps of the Imams in Islam. The one in the middle is his own stamp, Imam Saud. That sword was a temporarily gifted piece from the Ottomans after that letter. Unfortunately, Imam Saud got sick and he died. But after him came Imam Abdullah, the last ruler of the First Saudi states. So Imam Abdullah was the 4th ruler and the last ruler. In his era, he faced lots of attacks from the Ottomans. So they did not keep the first promise they gave to his father. He ruled for 4 years, and in the last year, the Ottomans sieged Diriyah for about 6 months. It was very difficult for the families of Diriyah. What he did is he actually surrendered for the sakes of the families of Diriyah. They took him all the way to Egypt, where a French artist saw him and painted him. Hence, we know his clothing and what he looks like. He's the only one, by the way. From there, they took him all the way to Istanbul, tortured and murdered him. They did not keep the promise they gave to him. They killed everyone in Diriyah, and whether they're children, they're elderly, and they destroyed this place. So you can see the destruction that took place, but also the cannonballs of the Ottomans found inside of the walls of Salwa Palace and kept for us here to say the story. Under us here are the pillars and the base of this palace, the foundation. These were also destructed and kept after the renovation for us to see. 1818 was the destruction of Diriyah and the end of the First Saudi state. But 7 years after, from the color red, we will arrive to the color green as a symbol of peace and the re-establishment of the Second Saudi.
ما كنا حالة